Souls remake. And this is so broken. Oh my god. Like, it's so crazy how good it is. Oh shit. Oh yeah, that's the only thing that counters it. But it still is so good. No matter. I think it's OP. I think honestly this mechanic is OP. Yeah, no doubt about it. It is OP. So now that I have classified it as OP, are we gonna do the same thing we did in Elden Ring and we're gonna ban it? Oh man, it really pains my heart to do it though. Because unlike, you know, the difference between Elden Ring's jump attacks and the charge attack immunity is basically, this is OP, but it still feels like fighting. The Elden Ring kangaroo shit just felt like a clown fiesta, so visually too. Because this is just broken, right? It is objectively broken. It is an easy, no damage, just stand there and kill everything mode, right? There is no way this is not broken. So the question really is, do I care about the OP part? Because it doesn't look silly, right? It's just basically you can get it, well, it does look a bit silly because you can get hit for free, right? It basically makes getting hit silly. In Elden Ring, the attack looked weird, and here it went weird. It just was like stupid, and here it kind of feels like, well, wait, what do I dislike about Elden Ring's part? That it was so OP scaling wise. It looked stupid and it was too strong. So these two things were really annoying. I can't move, by the way. Fuck. Okay, so let's just get a bit of distance here. Okay, so we can just stand here like this easily and just boom, right? Okay, well, he can still hit us, obviously. But it's still, it is too strong, right? There's no doubt about that. It is too strong and a very hard decision to make. Because it is fun, right? Elden Ring wasn't really fun for me. I didn't like the jump attack shit. But... Hi. Can I kill you? Oh. And they did a good job with that, by the way. You can cheese it. But I still think it kind of ruins the integrity of the playthrough if I use it too much. Because it is very, very low skill. It is extremely low skill and very strong and very impactful, right? It impacts every fight. I mean, it doesn't mean it makes the game super easier. I mean, it does make it easier, but it doesn't mean it makes it like a walk in the park or anything, but... These dogs are such bitches. And one reason why it's not as OP is because you can't dodge into a charge attack. So because the controls are kind of weird, it's not that OP, but it still is OP in my opinion. And not even like, you know, by 10%. It's like the basic idea is OP, and they shouldn't have implemented it in my opinion. Yeah, because it is basically too strong. It does require some skill to use because it's not a completely brain dead, full on, you're immune while charging thing. Okay, we have to be careful. Yeah, but I don't know, man. It just feels kind of cheap. Yeah, I think we're gonna remove it from the pool of items. Yeah, no, I think I'm gonna remove it. It is too good, and I think we're gonna regret using it after a while, for sure. I think we're gonna be way worse skill-wise, and we're gonna be very, very It's gonna feel very bad to use, I think. It's gonna feel like we're cheating. And I already feel like I'm cheating a bit, so yeah, we're gonna remove it. I mean, if I read something and it sounds OP and it is exactly what I read, usually that's not a good sign, right? That usually just indicates that something is wrong with the balance. And yeah. Interesting, the first thing in the game I noticed which is completely busted. I mean, I'm pretty sure there are other things which are kind of strong, but for sure this is like insanely OP. Is there a checkpoint or anything around here? There seem to be. Yeah, because thing is, it is ultimate defense combined with ultimate offense, right? And the combination of the two just kind of inherently doesn't make any sense, right? You would never want to combine a good defense with a good offense, right? I mean, in real life, sure, but I mean in a video game, you wouldn't want to do that. It doesn't make really a lot of sense. That was pretty negative IQ. Can you fucking target lock the fucking big bitch? Oh, he's dead. I don't know, man. Ah, yeah, it is cheating. Okay, I admit it. It's pure cheating. It's terrible balance. And we found it. Why did we find it, man? Couldn't we just ignore it or not pick up the item? I really hate having to do that myself. That every time in the game I find something which is completely broken. I mean, yeah, if I find a duping glitch or whatever, I don't use it, right? Duping or whatever. Obvious bugs are one thing, but just bad balance is kind of, in my opinion, a different thing, because it's really hard to, if it's not a bug, you know, it feels like it was intended, and then I feel like an idiot for not using it, right? But yeah, in this moment I should be the bigger man and just say I'm cheating and I should stop. The devs didn't understand how strong the mechanic was they implemented, and I have to step in and not use it. It's a bit like Valhalla, right? When I replayed Assassin's Creed Valhalla to test my screen a little bit, what I noticed basically was that I really like when the game does a lot of damage, and it isn't really difficult because the attack patterns are super simple in the game, right? So it is in general a very easy game. But I noticed that but you interrupted me, you shouldn't be able to. Which gonna die through the fire. That's fun. Yeah, and basically what I noticed is that I like the game more when enemies have normal HP but do a fuck ton of damage, right? It's almost no hit territory. I really like that, but I really hate it when they have a lot of HP, because the game of course gets a little bit more difficult because you have to fight longer, right? You're gonna make an error after some time. But it feels so bad to play. So what I did is basically crank up all the damage numbers and lower all the HP numbers. So it basically is very, very challenging when it comes to you know, not getting hit, but you can still kill stuff and feel like a real Viking. Because if you hit an enemy for 10, 15 times with an axe in the face, it just feels kind of, you're like a joke, right? And the enemy one-shots you. Yeah, and also in this game, for example, you also do a lot of damage, right? You don't only need to... oh my god, what am I doing here? Wait, shouldn't there be... There is an exit, but I'm kind of curious to see if there is I saw it in the last moment. I'm kind of curious if there was a Sanguinarix thingy. If we looted that, I didn't pay attention. Yeah, so I think balancing the games myself, if I have the option to, is kind of cool. Yeah, we have to remove it. It feels really bad because we saw, you know, we saw power, but I also don't use cheat engine, and for me this is basically it is basically cheat engine, right? It is like somebody inputs you suddenly have a move which is way better than everything else you have, and it is so cheap. It is so cheap. We shouldn't be using it. Okay, so if you want an easy mode, we found it. This is well, you need to play a lot from the, you know, you have to go far into the game to get it. But this is by far the strongest thing I've seen in the game so far, and it is basically only a simple socket. So yeah, this item here should never ever work that way. I don't even see a solution for it, right? What I would do, in my opinion, the only way this item is balanced is during and while charging heavy attacks, half of the damage received is withered. That's the only way. More, a larger window, but only as a safety fallback, not as a complete immunity item, right? Because the way it is at the moment, I mean, yeah, or maybe, just maybe you could make it, you take, I don't know, maybe healing is reduced by 50% or anything really crazy. It would have to have a very significant downside. Minus 20% withered health doesn't even matter because you have other items which, you know, plus 25% healing efficiency. Bam, doesn't really matter. It's like there is 0% here. So I think it is very, very, very overtuned, and it needs a significant downside if you want to keep the effect. Or the effect has to be nerfed significantly. Yeah, I think this item is completely busted in the way it is at the moment in the game. And I'm pretty sure it's going to get nerfed if the devs ever care about nerfing items in the game. So I think this is definitely one of the most broken items. Okay, and we're not going to use it, so we're back to our primitive, not as good item, but I feel like the run integrity is, yeah. I could have downplayed it, right? I could have said, ah, yeah, okay. I'm not just not say anything, but that's not my style, right? I'm honest to myself and to you. This item should never ever exist in the game in this way. Yeah, it's like one of these Elden Ring items which are just completely broken. Just that is the only one so far in the game that I found so far. I didn't look at the items, right? I didn't try them out. I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of items which is also this strong and maybe even stronger, but yeah. I mean, look how long it takes to kill him, because we just have to attack normally, right? So yeah, no easy mode anymore. Feels bad. Now it doesn't feel, I mean, that's what I hate. Borrowed power, and it's something I hate in all games. And if the borrowed power is a permanent power you have to give back because you decided to give it back, and it feels bad, right? Even though I know it's going to be better for my enjoyment of the game in the long term, it does feel bad to have to admit that. Man, I hate being right when I see OP stuff, man. I really hate it. Because I really try to avoid these things, right? I really try to play games in a semi-optimal way, within reason, right? If I see really, really good stuff and it's not OP, I'm gonna use it. But if it's borderline OP, I just can't really, you know, justify using it to myself. I mean, otherwise I could just cheat, right? Why even care about playing a game if you can just make it so easy? It doesn't really matter. Well, moving on. Will never be forgotten. Wait, did we go here? No, I actually can't remember. Did we go here or did we go... Wait, where did we go? I was so focused on the OP item that I don't even remember. Kind of weird. Okay, we do have to go into Umbral here.
I suppose we should get back before someone catches on.
How can time pass so quickly, eh?
I know.
Before you go, I've got you something.
A pendant. Byron, it's beautiful.
I know you can't actually wear it in case someone sees it. But still, I'll take joy in knowing you have it. At least. As long as you like it, of course.
Like I said, it's beautiful. Thank you. Now I feel bad for not bringing you something.
You are all I'll ever need, Katrin. I love you.
I love you too.
Okay. Otherwise, I also should get. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Otherwise, we also should add some bots to the YouTube channel just so it can make updates and when the stream is live on Discord and stuff like that. Yeah. So far, my transition has been very focused on the pure image quality and such things, and not really the entire bot stuff and those things. Yeah, because I don't even know what exactly you have as an option here, so fuck you too. I mean, sure, against a few enemies it doesn't really matter, right? Because, I mean, the dogs and all these types of enemies you can just basically kill by attacking. So it doesn't really matter if you, you know, if you can iframe them. But for larger enemies, it's definitely fucking broken. Ooh! Okay. Wait, where was the moth that got us? I can't remember. Wait, this is the item I was looking for, by the way. I think it is a very important one. Never mind. Oh my god, what am I doing? Pick up brain. Oh my god, really? Really? Can you fuck off? I'm so curious why they decided to make the item drops so slow compared to what Souls games usually do. Wait, you're just a normal enemy? Really? That kind of feels wrong. You're just a normal enemy. I just... Really? I mean, he does have less HP, I guess, than the boss here, so maybe, I mean, maybe I'm just imagining things. I love the recovery mechanic in the game. It's such a cool idea. I mean, not the idea of the recovery mechanic, but how it's executed. So you can actually farm these guys? Really? These guys too. But I mean, that makes sense, right? Yeah, I'm super greedy at the moment. I don't know why. Nothing in my brain just doesn't want to wait anymore. But they do have a lot of HP, the enemies here. Oh, hi, bitch. Oh wait, the item is real. We actually pick it up. I never thought about that. Wait, now we're all the way down here. Let's put a checkpoint here. But I still want to go back first. Because I'm kind of curious. When we went all the way down here, what would have happened if we went the other way? Wait, we went the other way and there was a dead end, right? I just remembered. And this area is kind of big, not gonna lie. And it was so, I mean, it is so cool because I'm not done watching yet, to watch this Dorschen play the game for the first time. And he's getting completely lost, right? In some areas, he doesn't know where he is, and it's so funny to see. Yeah, just seeing that, kind of cool. Yeah, I think I have to test something too when it comes to how I'm handling chat here, because I think the app might be so bad that if I pause the video after the live stream, even though I can't even see it, right? My phone is still kind of calculating it. I don't even know if I actually have to keep it running or not, because we had a lot of issues with the chat not showing up when I paused it. So I gotta figure that one out because it's really draining my phone battery like crazy, and that's kind of annoying, not gonna lie. Okay, but we made it. How much is this gonna give? I mean, it's not bad. 3, right? I can take 3. Let's go for 60. Maybe 60 is the hard cap, and then it doesn't make any sense anymore to go there. So far, no, not a single person in PvP, but I guess that's the launch, timing that a lot of people play the game, and a lot of people don't do PvP. So I guess it's gonna be one of those. I don't know, man. If it's going to be one of those situations where when the game is out for a long time, you're going to get invaded the entire time. But that depends, of course, if the community is going to stay active, right? Because obviously this game is not going to have the same amount of people playing as Elden Ring or Souls games or anything like that. Unfortunately, because I think it's really good. It's really good, right? But people are kind of, I don't know, sometimes they like to hop on the hate train. I mean, I watch Asmongold play the game a bit, and the only thing I can say, to be honest, is match cost bad. That's the only thing I can say. I'm really sorry about that, because Asmongold is a smart, nice dude, but watching him play the game, I could only see that he actually wasn't good enough at it for to have fun. Kind of fucked up the entire core idea of the game, in my opinion. Yeah, the stagger mechanic is kind of a joke. We can't stagger shit with our weapons. Yeah, and it's kind of sad, right? Because I don't mind Asmongold, struggling in Souls games, whatever, because usually he's like, oh yeah, it's so much fun at the end. But this time around he was struggling really hard, and you could tell he wasn't having fun, and yeah, and then shitting on the game is kind of not the best move in my opinion, because I think the game does not deserve to be shit on. In my opinion, the game is very, very good. The bosses are kind of mid, but they're still fun, right? So even the most mid boss can be still fun. Damage standard. Oh, that is gonna be a new polearm, right? Or not? It's gonna be maybe a key item. no, we're just hoping to find something that is worth it. It is a key item. Remnant of an A. Oh wait, did the captain die here? Yeah, the NPC interactions are kind of unfortunately not as well managed as in Lies of P. Credit where credit is due. Lies of P had a very good system to show you where NPCs are, and you never had to guess where you have to go, and that way it was almost impossible to miss quests. Here, it uses the same Souls formula and it doesn't tell you exactly where they are. At least it gives you hints. But in my opinion, I think that's just bad game design because it is so gimmicky, right? If I want to find an NPC now, do you think I'm going to go through the entire world again to find him? Like, fuck no, right? That's such a waste of time. I'm just going to Google it. So they should have put it in the game from the get-go. Yeah, that's my biggest, you know, criticism of the Souls questing system. Is that the questing system doesn't really tell you where the NPCs are. And I think Elden Ring kind of made it... Yeah, they patched it in to put the icons on screen. But let's be real, right? That was a fucking joke, right? Elden Ring's questing system didn't work at all because they used the Souls questing system in an open world. Like, how fucking dumb can you be, right? It sounds so stupid to do. It could have worked out if they had a brilliant way to make it, you know, well, work. But the way it is, they kind of... Oh my god, where do I have to go? The way it is, they completely fucked it, in my opinion. So, yeah, really unfortunate. Yeah, definitely one of the areas where the performance so far has been the worst. You need Abbot Vernovsky. Okay, I don't even know who that is, but I guess we're not gonna open it then. Yeah, I think, you know, mysteries and secrets are great. Core game design and quests shouldn't be a mystery and secret. Some of them maybe, but not all of them, right? So... yeah, that was good. Perfect. Wow, amazing play. Teabag him, teabag him. Yeah, teabag him. Yeah, we have enough HP, by the way. We're not healing enough, so it doesn't really matter. There we needed a key. I think this is just a way back from... Never mind, that's also just a key. Okay, we can still go up, and that's basically the only way we can go, so that must be the way forward. I mean, it's literally the only way I can think of we can go in the entire game. I really like the mansion. It's cool. But it definitely doesn't perform as well. I think it has a lot of, not shader compilation, but loading stuttering going on at all times. You're an enemy. You're for sure an enemy. Oh, fuck you. And I really, 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 really hope that Dark Souls 4 uses a fucking dodge instead of a roll. Like, the roll, you know, the dodge into roll system this game has, in my opinion, is way better than the normal dodge system Souls games use. I think it is way, 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 way better. And... yeah, I don't know, I just think it's so good that I can't really imagine why they wouldn't put it in Souls, right? It is so weird to me that to this day it is a weird gimmick item on a dagger or, you know, you have to equip it in a way. And then it's not even the Bloodborne dodge roll. So they invented a very good dodge in Bloodborne. And for whatever reason, they never made the jump into Souls. And as somebody, you know, dodging, you know, by rolling is fair game, right? If you want to cover more distance, it's kind of okay to do, right? Because you can use all of your lag power to catapult yourself vertically. So it's kind of good, right? You can use it very efficiently. But if you want to go around an enemy in a circle, you would never ever roll, right? So it kind of feels weird that they... I don't know why, but my boss alarm is tingling. Let's go for a checkpoint here quickly. Yeah, let's go for a checkpoint. We have 3 seats left. They're not expensive. Yeah, I think it's going to be a checkpoint here. No, I don't know why they don't do it, right? It makes dodging so much more fun to have a real dodge. In every single Souls game, I'm like, they added it, right? And how would I add it? To be honest, I would add it as a light roll incentive. I would say light roll dodges like that. Medium roll, maybe like that with rolling. I think even... didn't Neo do something like that? I think Neo did something like that. And heavy roll rolls, right? I just think there should be a way to make this happen. I mean, there is a way, right? They just, for whatever reason, they don't want to make it happen. And I find that so sad, because I think this game feels way better when it comes to dodging than Souls games do. Oh my fucking god. What the fuck is that, a laser? Yo, wait a second, bitch! Wait, whoa, whoa! Come on, don't fuck me. Yo, fucking, I don't see shit. Okay, so this is a sword. Okay, this is gonna be kinda ass. Oh my god, I'm so bad. Can we TP out of this? We should TP out of this, man. Oh no, it's one of these gimmick bosses where you have to kill them at the same time. What the fuck is going on here? Yo, chill! Eat shit, bitch. Yeah. Like I said, the bosses are kind of mid, but wait. Now you're gonna say, oh, another first try, easy mode, blah, blah, blah. True for me, yes, but I saw Distortion 2 struggle with bosses that I thought were a complete joke. Also, Asmongold struggled with bosses I thought were a complete joke. So maybe it's partially just me. Of course, it's also the game, I think, because I think it's really easy, but I think it's not easy for everybody. So I shit on it, but it doesn't mean you're bad or anything if it's worse for you, right? Maybe it's not for everybody, right? So just because Asmongold and Distortion 2 struggle with bosses where I don't struggle doesn't mean that the bosses aren't easy for me, okay? So for me they're easy, but they might be very hard for other people. I have no idea. I don't think they're in general they're hard. There might be not to everyone's taste, and they're obviously kind of mid, right? So I don't know why the one was on the ground, why the other one was still there. There was no interaction. He didn't res him. I thought it was going to be a gimmick, right? Killing both at the same time or something like that. I have no idea what the fuck that was about. So yeah, I just wanted to mention, just because we are shitting on the bosses, that doesn't seem to be the case for everybody. So if you think you like hard Souls games, it might actually be hard for you. So don't worry too much about it, right? I still think that what did we actually get? Oh yeah, right. I wanted to look for the helmet. Can you please let me look at the helmet? We got a Mask of Wrath and Benefit? No, that can't be it. We got the Abiding Defender helm, also called the Statue of Liberty. Yeah, that looks really fucking bad. I mean, really amazing. I mean, you know, if we adapt the... It kind of looks cool. Not gonna lie, I kind of like the drip. I mean, is it better than what we had before? I mean, it is heavier for sure. Or is it? I can't find the one we had before. I'm blind. Yeah, it is heavier and it's better in a lot of ways. So I don't even know why it's actually... This one looks super heavy, right? If you look at this helmet, it looks super uncomfortable and heavy. And this one for sure doesn't look as uncomfortable and heavy, right? I mean, it looks more uncomfortable maybe, but not as heavy. So it's really interesting to see that this one's heavier. But yeah, sure, why not? Let's go as this guy here. And now that we already have spikes on the head, should we also go for spikes on our arms? I mean, we kind of already have spikes, right? There are 3 spikes there. Still kind of thinking about it. We could also go for these here, right, instead. Nah, I think that's too much. I think I like the other ones better. I think these are more my drip. Should duplicates of items you already had be shown as new ones? Probably yeah, because we don't know if there is a special indicator for that or not. If there is a reason to get some multiple new items. Flail of Wisdom. That sounds like a weapon we're never going to use, but we have it. Yeah, and unfortunately I'm also very good at sensing boss fights, so it's very hard to get a boss fight in, you know, like here, for example. I mean, it looked like an obvious boss arena, sure, but I don't walk into them with no HP and all that stuff, so I have a lot of, you know, HP usually when I go in for the first try. And that's also one of the reasons why we often have a chance and others might die the first time around, because they just run in with one flask or whatever, right? So. Okay, but now we have a new crown. We can even see our face, which is kind of funny. And we can move on. Yeah, but I didn't watch enough yet of the game to really judge if all bosses are going to be like that, or if it's just at the start of the game that some people struggle more. Because, yeah, it might basically be only for that, so... For me, it's really, really hard. Enemies near? Fuck off. There's nobody here. Come on. Okay, on the other side of the wall there is an enemy, but... Fuck him. Hi, Kirito. I hate weeps, man. Fuck weeps, right, Naomi? Okay. No, we avenged Kiriko, right? Come on, really? Now I'm pretty sure it also goes and checks the verticality, but come on, really? Ring of Shelter. Sure, let's look at it. Increases elemental defense. Wait, what? And what does the other one do? Increases all status effects. Okay, so there is an elemental. Yeah, right. There are two defense values. I'm gonna show you. Wait. There are two. I think one of them is basically resistances, and the other one is just the basic defense, like fire, holding, weather. So, yeah, okay, I get it. Yeah, it kind of looks cool. I like it. I mean, we look like, you know, a rugged king or whatever. We don't look like Melania as much anymore, but who gives a shit about that. Well. Okay, there's one thing I don't like about this helmet. And someone might guess already what it is. It is very, very high. Right, it is very, very high. And kind of obfuscates a lot of the image, unfortunately. So, just to demonstrate it, right? This is an enemy. We can still see his head, right? Like this, easily. We can still see there's an enemy there. And let's just imagine we have the other helmet on. Well, imagine, we can show you. And now, as soon as our character stops doing the animation, you can see it is much harder to see that there is an enemy there, right? We can obfuscate him almost completely using the mask. So it kind of makes it harder to see. And I'm not usually a big fan of helmets that make it harder to see. Actually, I'm not gonna lie, you know, kind of looks cool. in a weird way. Yeah, I kind of like it. We have something else which is really cool. I mean, these are insanely heavy, right? Yeah, the bell obviously obfuscates a fuck ton of vision, but kind of looks funny. So, sure, the bell has kind of good stats too. Yeah, this one is also pretty cool, but it also does exactly what I didn't like about the crown. But I think the crown kind of still is reasonably not high. Yeah, is this cooler than the crown? I mean, basically it's also a crown, right? I mean, it does do the same thing, but I think most people would think this is cooler, right? It has a lot more defense against other things too. Hard to tell, actually. I like seeing the face for once, so that's kind of nice. But the Enchantress helmet is kind of cool too.